Hi, welcome back. I'm Mr. Eicher. This is part 2 of a lesson from section 1.1 about expressions and formulas. If you would take out your notes, if you printed those on the last part, it's the same set of notes. And we're going to be working with order of operations on this first part, and then some algebraic expressions on the next part. And then there'll be a third part to the video, and then the lesson's all done. So on this question, number 8, it's the bottom of the first page that you printed. Where should the parentheses be placed so that the following are true statements? Now, you might place one pair of parentheses, or you might place two pairs of parentheses. These can be a little tricky, and one of the main lessons here is just a little bit of perseverance, a little bit of trial and error is completely acceptable in math class. So let's try. I need to, I don't know, how about we just start with, if I put the parentheses here, what would that give me? Well, that would be 8 minus 2 is 6 times 4 plus 5. That's 24 plus 5. That's not going to work. Okay, so it's okay to have an eraser, even on your Apple Pencil. I'm going to erase that. Let's see. How about we put let's try here. That would be 8. So 8 minus 8 plus 5. That would be 5. That's not -10, so that didn't work. How about you pause the video and see if you can figure out where the parentheses or two pairs of parentheses go for A and B. For A, let's try here. That would be 20. Oh, sorry, that would be 9. I can add, I think. And let's put another set of parentheses here. So that would be 8 minus 2 times 9. Does that equal -10? And 2 times 9 is 18. So 8 minus 18, does that equal -10? And it does. So that's kind of a tricky one. You need two sets of parentheses on that one, and one's kind of embedded in the other one. Okay, let's look at B. Now B, I think we had tried, one of the first ones we tried on the last one was like this. That would be 6 times 4 plus 5. That's 24 plus 5, and that's 29, which equals 29. So that's where we'd put the parentheses. Sometimes students are able to find alternate correct answers. So if you do find an alternate correct answer that also works, feel free to message me on Schoology, and maybe I'll include your solution. You can see here that C has that circle, and just to remind you, that circle means this is a try this problem, one that we want you to try. And get some feedback how you're doing. You're not just watching these videos for the fun of it, but you're actually learning something as you watch these videos. So again, on Schoology, this question would be under the Try This 1.1. And I believe it's the third question. It's exactly like this. You answer it now, you figure it out. It'll save yourself a little bit of time later when you get there. So you can pause this video and try it now, or we can just move on to the next part. We have, let's scoot this down just a little bit. We have variables. If you've been around math for any amount of time, you've heard about variables. What are variables exactly? Variables are letters that represent unknown quantities. And algebraic expressions are expressions that have at least one variable. So to evaluate algebraic expressions, first we substitute each value with the number assigned to it, and then we use order of operations to simplify. We talked earlier about using order of operations. So let's look at number 9. And go like that. Very important to note that we're told up here in the directions what all the different values represent. So whenever you do number 10 as a whenever you do number 10 as a try this, you're going to be using these same values. And I did include those on the Schoology question. But let's look at number 9. So number 9, we're going to substitute. So we have, start with the fraction bar, that's our grouping symbol. We have a 5. I'm going to put a parenthesis where the W was, and I'm going to put a parenthesis where the X was. And then Z is all by itself down there, so I'm not going to put parentheses around that, but you could if you wanted to. So W, we're told right here is 6, and X, we're told right here is 0.5. And then Z, we're told over here is -3. Be careful of that negative. So simplifying this, 5 times 6 is 30, times 0.5, divided by -3. 30 times 0.5 is half of 30. Half of 30 is 15 over -3. So it looks like the answer would be 15 divided by -3 is -5. So that's evaluating an algebraic expression. If you'd like to pause the video now, you can get started on number 10. I will warn you that number 10 ends up being a decimal answer. See if you could do it without a calculator. That would be great. And you will type your answer in Schoology as a decimal. And that's actually the end of this video. Excuse me. On the last video, we'll look at a couple word problems using this idea of algebraic expressions and substitution. Thanks for watching.